Midwest Modifieds for the first of 4 heat races. Leading them out is going to be Craig Morgan in car number 4. Tyler Baker right here in Springfield, Missouri in the L19, the 74 of Kyle Bates out of Springfield, Missouri. Right behind him, winner from week number 1 of our regular season. That's John Langton in car number 35, driving the Langton Welding number 35 machine. Jaron Martin in car number 33, and there's your champion from 2018. That's Elijah Keeper in car number 81. Top 3 will make it right on into the A main. Top 3 go into the A main. Everybody else will have to qualify in through one of 2 B main. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, that's great. All right, everybody lined up. It's the water truck on the outside line trying to make a pass on. I was at a racetrack several years ago, and they were ironing in a racetrack that was a little bit too wet. Had the water truck out there with the some of the other workers at the racetrack in their personal cars. And one old boy in a 3/4 ton Ford pickup took on the tractor trailer water truck. It's pretty exciting, to tell you the truth. About the most exciting thing I saw all night, I think, a water truck wreck. But looks like our water truck's headed for the infield, so we'll be going green next time by with Craig Morgan on the outside, on the inside that is, of row number 1, and Chris Woodruff will be on his outside in the RPM Towing and Recovery 03. Once again, top 3 going to automatically move into tonight's A main. And that means that there's going to be several cars having to race their way in through a B main. 33 checked into the back gate tonight. Craig Morgan leading them in. Nice and side-by-side start is what Keith Pratt will be looking for. And not going to happen. All right, we're going to try it one more time. Looked like Chris Woodruff was laying back just a little bit, and Craig Morgan kind of got with him there. It actually turned out to be a pretty good start, but it started out not looking very good. So we'll get it rounded up one more time, try it one more time. And the 03 not going to get up into his spot, so we're going to have to go around one more time. And there we go. So we'll go around one more time, and this time hopefully we can make it happen. John Langton starting shotgun on the field, has got a long way to go. Again, needs to pass about half the field to get up there into a transfer position. Elijah Keeper, Kyle Bates in the same boat. Don't be surprised if those 3 cars starting at the back don't end up in the top 3. They're going to have to go at it hard. Here we go off turn number 4, green in the air. Morgan out to a good start. Woodruff now right in his tire tracks up on the high side of the speedway. Elijah Keeper on the move. Oh, a little bit of contact as Jaron Martin cuts down on Elijah Keeper. And that's really going to hurt those last three cars as they lose a ton of track position. And they're going to have to make up a lot of ground in a short time. Here we go off turn number 4, coming to the line. And I'm not so sure what problems for the leader. Morgan off the pace in car number 4. Looks like out of power. We'll see if the caution comes out. Maybe he can get that car down to the infield. And it looks like we got some debris up in turn number 4. Not sure where that came from. Could have come off the 74 of Kyle Bates. Kyle's got some damage there. Can't really see what that piece is, but nevertheless, lots of parts and pieces on these race cars. Looks like a sidebar of some sort, and yeah, I do believe that came off the 74 car of Kyle Bates. Should not affect the handle of that race car. This caution may be good news for Kyle, for Elijah Keeper, and for John Langton. Gives them a chance to get up to the back bumper of the top 3. So here we go, coming off turn number 4. It'll be the green flag in the air. Tyler Barker out in front, car number 19 leading the way, looking strong. Jaron Martin having a good run, coming off turn number 2. Gets a good run on the leader and now dives it to the bottom of the speedway. Elijah Keeper on the move as he's already up into the number 3 spot as we battle for the lead off 4. John Langton trying to get around Kyle Bates and move his way forward as the laps are running out. They'll go 3 wide into turn number 3, but out in front, Jaron Martin making a bid for the lead. John Langton making a little bit of contact with that 74 car as Jaron Martin makes a strong run but can't get that 33 car to turn in the middle of the corner. Still able to come off the corner with the lead as the 19 car all kinds of sideways, but manages to hang on. Elijah Keeper up into a transfer spot. You got to think that John Langton would like to pick up another spot so he can move on. Right now, Barker into the second spot, and again, real loose off turn number 2 is that 19 car. John Langton trying to squeak down to the inside to make that final transfer position. Jaron Martin with the win, Elijah Keeper, and looks like the 19 car gonna edge out John Langton. That's Tyler Barker. And just got word that the 81 penalized 2 spots for jumping the start. So that means that John Langton is in, Elijah Keeper is not. And Elijah Keeper will have to qualify in through a B main. So we'll keep an eye on that 81. Heat number 2 for the Casey General Store Midwest Modified. Dylan Sanderson leading them out. On his outside out of Joplin, Missouri, Will Hibden. Car number 59 out of Sparta, Missouri, that's Rob Muhlenberg. Rob with a lot of damage last Saturday night, but mostly cosmetic. Talked to him after the racing action. Car seemed to be in good shape. Jonathan Dean out of Spokane in the number 26. Scott Campbell in the 83. Gary Krebs out of Republic, Missouri in the 26. And Joey Wiles in the 161. This is going to be a race of comers and goers, so keep an eye on them. Here they go, green off 4. Already 3 wide, going into turns 1 and 2. Sanderson up the racetrack, and that opens the door for Rob Muhlenberg. He's out in front, and Scott Campbell following suit. Down on the bottom of the speedway, Campbell into second. Here comes Jonathan Dean. He'll move up into the almost up into the 3rd spot as they're still 3 wide, racing back in the pack. Sanderson getting that 21 car wrestled in, now good and straight up into the number 3 spot, but here comes Joey Wiles on the move. Joey Wiles taking over the number 3 spot as Gary Krebs moves up to the top of the speedway to try to find some racing room around Jonathan Dean. Joey Wiles off turn number 4, a little bit high, keeps it on the racetrack. He's in that final transfer spot. Gary Krebs got a good run off turn number 2, up a little bit too high, almost jumps the cushion. Muhlenberg out in front of Campbell and Wiles now. Here comes that 26 car. He's got a good run. He'll move up into the number 4 spot. Jonathan Dean back to 5th as Rob Muhlenberg is out in front pulling away. They'll come to the 2 to go signal this time. 2 to go for the leaders. Muhlenberg, Campbell, Wiles, your top 3. Gary Krebs 1 spot out. As they come to the line this time, Campbell closing in, but not going to be able to catch Rob Muhlenberg. Muhlenberg, Campbell, and Wiles will move on. And checkers in the air. And Dylan Sanderson really having a hard time getting that 21 car to turn, but when it did, it turned in a hurry. And my mistake, race fans, the top four go on to the A main. So that means Gary Krebs should have been locked in to the top 4. So top 4 moving on. Rick Lampe, car number 17, bringing him out alongside Riley Duncan, driver out of Lockwood, Missouri. Andy Austin, car number 72, out of Mount Vernon, Missouri. On his outside, it'll be Tim Mullins in car number 16. Jeremy Hazel in car number 15, Jared McIntyre in the 9, and leading and coming out at the back of the pack is going to be Mason Martin out of Cape Springs, Arkansas. Green flag in the air. Lampe out in front as Duncan slides up the racetrack, and it's going to be a 3-wide battle into turn number 3. Andy Aust on the charge. Tim Mullins up to second. Jared McIntyre holding on to that final transfer position as Duncan back to the number 5 spot right now. Jeremy Hazel trying to close in on this. Top group is problems for Andy Aust. The 72 car off the pace in turn number 3, and now looks like back under power, so not sure what happened there. And now problems again in 1 and 2. He stays out on the racetrack, but obviously something going on with that 72 car. Rick Lampe, meanwhile, out in front. Tim Mullins second, Jared McIntyre third, and Jeremy Hazel now going into the 4th spot. Good battle for the number 2 spot. Tim Mullins has it. Jared McIntyre closing in, trying to take it away. He'll use the upper side of the speedway. Good run off the top side, and Jared McIntyre up into the number 2 spot. Two to go as they come to the start-finish line for Rick Lampe. That car looks to be pushing a little bit through the center of 3 and 4. See if he can hang on to the end. Jared McIntyre back about 10 car lengths. A lap and a half to go for Lampe. White flag in the air. Lampe taking it. McIntyre in the 2 spot. Mullins third. Jeremy Hazel in 4th. Coming off turns 3 and 4, final time around, it will be Rick Lampe. Jared McIntyre and Tim Mullins, your top three. Jeremy Hazel moving on into the A main as well. Man, tough break for Andy Aust. Once again, having problems in that 72 car. Obviously up to speed now, but looked like a perhaps electrical problem, maybe a fuel pickup problem for 72. And want to make mention of one of our drivers who is not here tonight, and no surprise, Sean Carlberg with a hard roll right here on the front stretch last Saturday night, and a lot of damage to that number 15 car for Sean Carlberg. Man, oh man, hated to see it. But he is not here tonight, and hopefully he can get that car back rolling again real soon. Jordan Goddard out of Rogersville, Missouri leads this group of cars out on the speedway. Jamie Brandon out of Springfield in car number 36. Ken Walker in the Transport Graphics number 51. On his outside, it'll be the number 20 car out of Clever, Missouri. That's Jeremy Leahy. Ian Morissette, Willard, Missouri driver. And your March Madness winner driving the number 44 car out of Lampe, Missouri. That's Jerry Langton. Keep your eye on the 44 green in the air. Little 3 wide action. How about 4 wide coming off turn number 2? Jerry Langton trying to make his way through all of that. So far, so good. Langton down on the bottom of the speedway. He'll pick up 1 spot. He'll go to work on Ken Walker, pick up 2 spots. Has now secured a transfer spot, but out in front, how about Ian Morissette, driver out of Willard, Missouri, out in front leading. He'll make his way past Jordan Goddard's number 53 car. Leahy riding in third, but he's got Langton knocking on the door. Leahy into the back of the Goddard machine. They stay straight, we stay green. Leahy now will try to make the pass down on the bottom. We'll get it done as Langton almost up over the cushion in turn number 2. He'll regroup now, go back to work. But Ian Morissette looking strong in that 38 car. Langton almost a half a straightaway back from the leader after starting at the back of the pack. Leahy running in a solid number 3 spot. Goddard running 4th in a transfer position. Leahy flirting with that top side over in turn number 4. Good momentum working up off that banking, off that berm up in turn number 4, but dangerous ground. White flag right now for Ian Morissette. Langton, Leahy, and Goddard, your top 3, but Brandon in car number 36, that's Jamie Brandon, making a run at the 53 car. That's for the final transfer spot. Ian Morissette and the Jeff Jump Farms 36 will win it, the 38 that is. Langton, Leahy, and Goddard hangs on for 4th. Yeah, but I mean, if you've already made it, I'll take it. Yeah, if you've already made it, I'll.